Now, where are you located this morning, Doug?
I'm in my home office in Roswell.
In Roswell. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the moment with me today. It means the world to us. Your five-star Google review is golden, of course, but having this opportunity to meet with you is just even by far. Thank you so much for going above and beyond.
Hey, my pleasure.
Excellent. Thank you. And again, my name is Cimarron with RRG Roofing. And today we have Doug Sandberg, who has acquiesced to share his time and just his experience with RRG Roofing from soup to nuts. Doug, do you remember who set your appointment with you originally?
Yeah, it was you.
Oh, well, fine. Oh, no wonder you signed with us, right?
Exactly.
Can you give us any feedback on like the customer service as what you experience with other companies? Like, you're obviously a businessman. So as far as what you experience with our phone call, you and I, other than just, hey, this is the date and time, anything
Yeah, well,
that you know?
I had over the last year and a half, we've had folks from roofing companies driving through our neighborhood,
Right.
and they knock on the door and they offer to give you free roof inspection, and they tell you that they can help you out with insurance and stuff like that and get a new roof. And we were thinking, it's probably a good idea to find a roofing company and not just somebody who drove by and knocked on my door. So I went looking, and I looked in Angie's list, and you guys popped up with a couple other folks, and I really liked the way RRG had described itself as customer centric, and the experience is good. And you guys had some great testimonials, and you also were certified a platinum roofer, and you were an installer for Owens Corning, which is a great value, I think, because of the extended warranty piece. So I thought I'd give you guys a call, and I did, and you actually answered the phone, and you couldn't have been nicer and more helpful. And you set me up for an appointment right on the spot. I felt like, sometimes you call folks and it's the person answering the phone or helping you. It feels like it's their job, it's a chore. But when you spoke to me, it literally sounded like it was your pleasure. And so that feels good as a customer. You always want to work with folks who want to work with you. And so I got that impression. And then from then on, anybody I spoke with the company was like that. They were gracious and kind and thoughtful, and they tried to make it a as easy of an experience as possible for me.
Yes, sir. And your salesman, do you remember who that was?
Well, there was a guy who came out here originally, and he didn't feel like he had enough of the expertise, so he brought in
Yeah.
Izzy Ferreira, I think
Yeah.
is his last. And Izzy was wonderful, and he helped us, and he worked with our insurance agency, and we got a full roof replacement from the insurance company, and we had a 17-year-old roof.
Wow. Excellent. Well, fantastic.
Yeah,
And as
so
far as
we feel like we got total value out of the deal. Plus, our roof is beautiful.
right? Excellent. Excellent. So as far as production went, from the time that I scheduled to the time that Izzy and his counterpart came out and inspected with you, how long was it before production called you to tell you, hey, we've got you in the pipeline, we're going to be scheduling the job? And how did that whole process go? That's where the real nuts and bolts come in as far as the actual production went for the
Yeah,
installation for
yeah.
the
Well, we had to wait for the insurance company because and that took a few weeks, but that had nothing to do with you guys. Once the insurance company got back and gave us the green light, you guys were on the horn immediately. I mean, we were scheduled. I figured it was going to take a month, but you guys had us scheduled within weeks, maybe 2 weeks. And then the date they said they were coming out, they were here at 6:30 in the morning. And by 6 o'clock at night, all the guys that were on the job. This is one thing that really impressed me. They worked diligently. There was probably 12 guys out here. So it was an incredible team. I watched them for a while and they were really organized, really together. And at the end, the thing that stuck with me is almost all of them were standing after they cleaned up. They did a great job of that. They all had their phones out and they were taking pictures of it because they were proud of what they had done. And that, I mean, you never see that. Usually people clean up and they leave straggling debris and they can't wait to get out of there. But these guys stopped to admire what they had done. And that, again, tells me they cared about it.
Excellent. I love to hear that. And thank you so much for taking that time to meet with us. As far as like watching the job, a lot of people, you know, they want to see how it works. And I know my father-in-law, when I had my roof done, he watched, he said it was like a well-oiled machine. The guys didn't even talk to themselves, or each time
Exactly.
they knew what each part had to do. So that was pretty impressive myself as a customer too. So once the job was done, then it was time to pay. How did that go for you?
Great. Like no pressure from you guys. And Izzy came out to inspect it. And I had to, and I said to him, hey, you need payment from me, right? And he goes, yes, that would be great. And, you know, it was no problem. I wrote a check, piece of
Right
cake.
there on the spot?
Yep.
Great. So how did you feel about the payment options that RRG offers? A lot of other people demand payment upfront. How did that go for you? Because I know things have changed here as far as our policies and protocol for payment, but how did that go with you? Were you anticipating that you would make a down payment, or did you pay
Yes.
part of it, or how did that go for you? And
Yeah.
how would you give everybody else any advice, or what would you tell other
I
people
mean, you
about how
guys
the
are,
process
I
works?
would say RRG is very extremely flexible in understanding. Um, I, I mean, there was no drama about it whatsoever. I mean, we got the quote up front. We knew that we had insurance to pay that was going to cover it. You guys were incredible and just said, well, we'll wait till you get the check. And once we got it, then it was okay. I didn't pay till the job was done. I was surprised.
Yeah,
Usually you have to pay a down payment or most of it up front. And you wind up trying to hold something back because you don't want to pay and then not get what you pay for.
yeah,
And I'm a lawyer, so I'm particularly careful about that kind of stuff. But this was like low stress as you get and
yeah.
as cool about it as you get. So we got the roof, and then you guys came a week later and said, hey, we're inspecting, and I brought it up. I'm sure Izzy would have brought it up
Yeah.
eventually during the meeting, but I was like, hey, I need to pay you.
Yeah, we do like to get paid too. That's always a good thing. But as far as the follow up, because I know we did the job, right? And then Izzy came back to basically, I guess it would be a quality control to make sure that everything was done proper. And how did that go between you and Izzy as far as going through the check out? The quality check is what it was. The list of things. Did he find anything that was not done correctly? Was everything to his satisfaction and yours also? How did that go?
Yeah, well, he had said that he had looked at all of the photos that the guys that did the roof took, and then he stood out in the yard and looked at it, and so he was happy with it. He was interested in as to whether I had any questions or concerns. And I mean, I'm not a roof expert, but it looks beautiful.
Okay.
It looks like it was installed professionally. Doesn't look
Yes,
like a hack job.
it most certainly was the
And
last roofer you will ever need. Sure.
and I built this house 17 years ago, and the old roof didn't look bad, but the new roof really looks good.
Mhm.
And I've got a warranty on this thing for 50 years. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be in the house that long.
Yes.
So I feel like I feel good like I'm not gonna have to worry about it again.
Right. Isn't it that great assurance to have not only the best Owens Corning roof there is on the planet, the best roofing company that we consider there is on the planet, to make sure that we stand behind our work, and a 50-year warranty
Yes,
on the product, and then at what is it, 25 years on the labor. So you got that assurance to know that, hey, RRG not only did a good job initially, but they're going to stand behind their work. And then if something happens, Mack truck theory, that still it's going to be covered by any Owens Corning.
right. And I feel very good about that. It's very assuring. And that's what we were, I was looking to get as close to that as possible. And you guys checked all the boxes. It was a very good experience, and I would recommend you.